Well, welcome to this year's lectureship with the School of Religious Studies. I'm Dr. James Crusoe, the director of the lectureship, and I have the president of SRS, Dr. Lloyd Harris. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well, sir. And how are you, sir?
I'm doing well too. It's always good to see your face and hear your voice. I tell you, you don't think I'm serious, but every time I hear your voice, I just break out in a smile from one ear to the other ear. It's always good to hear
That's,
you and see you.
that is so encouraging, sir. You have had great influence over me, and you've done a lot to help me develop in the work that I do, especially the School of Religious Studies. And so it's always a joy to be associated with you.
Well, thank you. I've been telling folk we've got some breaking news, and I'm just going to ask you one question and then turn the mic over to you. Can you share with the audience the breaking news of the relationship between SRS and York University?
I'd be honored to. Some while back, I attended the National Lectureship down in Florida. And there was a gentleman there who was associated with York University who approached me. And he had heard about the work that we do with the School of Religious Studies. And he suggested that we visit together. He later contacted me after returning back home and asked me a question about relationship with York University and suggested a partnership between York and the School of Religious Studies. I wasn't as familiar with York at that time, so I decided to look up York and become acquainted with York. I went to the website and did some website studies concerning York, and I wanted to also be aware of where we were with our web process and with our academic program. And I did, in turn, return the favor and contact York University to see what they had in mind. And of course, it was beginning of a discussion about a partnership, which eventually became a reality.
Okay. And tell us a little bit more about that partnership. What does that partnership entail?
That's a very interesting question because what it entails is possibilities for students that attend the School of Religious Studies and receive training under SRS. When those students leave SRS, even if they do not graduate, they become eligible to enter York University. And there's of course, criteria established for that process, but it's an open door to get them opportunity to continue their training because SRS only offers the Associate of Bible Ministry and other associate degrees associated therewith. So the degrees beyond the associate is not yet available at SRS, and that gives our students an opportunity to use what they have gained and to go forward with it. York has set a standard for that, and the students who meet that standard can then seek acceptance at York. York is fully accredited. SRS does not have full accreditation in the academic program, even though we're recognized as an institution. The colleges around the country have been accepting our students, and our students have not had to go back and make up their grades or their courses. And so that's been a positive for our students. York's offer has opened the door so that our students, all of their courses can therefore become fully accredited, and therefore doors were open for them, otherwise would still be open, though they have been to SRS. When this process began, we had a series of meetings. First meeting opened the door to determine what it was that we were about. And my question to York was, what is York about? We wanted to share each other's primary interests and what our mission was. And upon explaining the mission of SRS, which began as a training school for students who wanted to preach. And we created a program which I designed based upon academic backgrounds. The programs that I've gone to, the various colleges that I've attended, the degrees that I've obtained, I utilize that as a standard for the progressive part of the program. That is, where should a student start? What should come next? And what should come next? And when does he reach the point where he's ready to enter into the ministry full time? And we created our curriculum around that process. And our students who took that and went all the way through to receive their degrees have done exceptionally well. However, some have not completed everything to get that far, but what they have done has prepared them for what they wanted to do in ministry, and they're doing good work in the various places that they serve. And
well,
so,
that's exciting, and to me, that's breaking news for SRS to make this step. York University is located in York, Nebraska,
yes,
and it's a university that's related and connected with Churches of Christ. So,
right.
Dr. Harris, I want to commend you. Our hats are off to you. We applaud you for this breakthrough effort with the partnership between York University and the School of Religious Studies. A student, the last question is, how would they get information about this accreditation or getting credits for the work they do with SRS?
So one of the things that we try to do in the office that handles transcripts for students will recognize the student. They will seek to speak with the student either by letter or by personal contact on the phone, whatever, and let them know the possibilities. They would also provide them with a copy of their transcript if they were interested in York, because this will inform York of whether or not they met the criteria for grades, as well as the courses that they're taking and where that has been.
Right.
Of course, SRS would give them contact information for York. We would help them to identify how to reach York, notify York that we may have a student coming their way and interested in York. Now, this is not a guarantee that York will accept every student.
Mm-hmm.
It is a door open for the students, because the level of accreditation would advance the students. All of the credits would be transferable completely, and it could be used for the next level of his training.
Great. Outstanding. Well, thank you again. This is a short infomercial, and in between the speakers of this year's lectureship. And again, we want to thank you, Dr. Harris, for all the work that you're doing and have done in the past.
Thank you, Dr. Crusoe, for remembering us and for helping.
God bless.
Yes.